हैं बादा मस्त बादा आशा में अहमदियत चलता है दौर मीना ओ जाम अहमदियत.
But apart from that, guys, I just wanted to show you as well, because on the topic, because we're celebrating Muslim All Day tomorrow. Inshallah, we're doing as a region tomorrow. Inshallah, you must have seen his book all the time. I just picked up from behind me actually just now before the class started. It's called Fazli Omar, and it's such an incredible book, and there's no better time to actually read it. But just in one of the extracts, as you know, as a Muslim who he started Khuddam al Ahmadiyya as an organization within the Jamaat, which gave structure to the Jamaat as well. But there was one thing which I wanted to read just upon that, and when he did establish Khuddam al Ahmadiyya, which is really important to note. When the first thing he said was advising men between the ages of 15 and 40 years of age. He stated that I am reminding Khuddam al Ahmadiyya that they should set such a high example that the spirit of Islam is kept alive generation after generation. Islam in itself is a complete faith. However, even the most flavorsome juice needs a glass. Similarly, the soul of Islam requires a glass in order to spread to it others. Our Khuddam al Ahmadiyya are those glasses in which the spirit of Islam will be kept intact, and through them it will be passed on to others. And one more thing which he said, which was really relatable and quite beautiful as well, actually, was on the hard work, perseverance, and sacrifice that we should have all inside of us. He said that today I am reminding the young men of the community that they ought to develop the habit of hard work and sacrifice, and they must impress it upon their minds that their nation will never progress until its elite, as well as its common people, are in the habit of hard work and sacrifice. In the world, difficulties and trials appear in many different shapes and forms, but the response to all of them can only be the same, and that is to overcome these difficulties with perseverance and courage. However, this spirit is only created when the youth respond accordingly after understanding their responsibilities, i.e., the greater the responsibilities, the harder they should work. So this is when the very onset of when Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya was established, and he outlined our mission and our goals as Khuddam. This beautiful example of us being the glass, holding all of the beautiful fruits of the juice of the Jamaat, really makes us understand our responsibility that we need to be the ones who are carrying all of this to the rest of the world and to our generations afterwards as well. So that's why we can't be lazy. We can't be sitting down and doing nothing. We need to be the ones who are proactive within the Jamaat, and making the Jamaat continue in our life and in the lives of our children as well. So this is why we should all try to read this book, guys. It's so interesting. On just you pick out a few chapters, and you can really understand, this great man, such an incredible personage within our Jamaat, who was, second in line, you can say, in terms of being promised to the world. The first was Hazrat Masih Maud, and the second one was Hazrat Muslim Maud, who a prophecy was given to him, which we are going to learn a lot about tomorrow, I'm sure. I think there's a national event tomorrow and a regional event, so try to take part in both of them as well. So you go. I actually wanted to revolve today's class around that as well, as much as I could. So it's good, beloved Azul actually started off, and there's no better way to start talking about as a Muslim mode than through the words of Hazur. I just want to read one more extract of as a Muslim mode. And many of you maybe didn't know this, but in October 1949, as a Muslim mode, Razwan took over the responsibilities of the head of Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, meaning he became Sadr of Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. And commenting upon this change, he said, I have taken the step to lure the youngsters more and more towards our faith. As our organization and security of the headquarters is concerned, Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya has done a great job. But the reason for its formation is to create genuine religious devotion in the hearts of the youth, has not been fulfilled. The truth is that the sole interest of godly communities is spirituality. If there is any deficiency in this, then the true purpose of it is completely lost. For this reason, I've taken over the leadership myself so that I can supervise them directly. That's crazy, isn't it? Imagine if Hazur one day just goes, okay, I'm in charge of Khuddam al. At this time, of course, you have to remember, Hazrat Muslim was still a Khadim. So he took charge of it, and he really showed the true essence of what Khuddam al is. And as you can see here, it says the youngsters should come more and more towards our faith. And that's why we've been divided into this category of between 15 and 40. So we need to focus directly on that, and that we need to become the vessels that carry on that message and that essence throughout the rest of the generations after us. So I thought it was really interesting to note that, something to think about, and also outlines our purpose as well. What we're trying to do here is, bring all of you closer to, Islam, Ahmadiyyat, increase your knowledge and increase the brotherhood at the same time as well. Jazakallah for listening to that.